Hey guys, what it do? This is Kanya and this is Maja. And we're gonna talk about relationships today. So Tamaja, tell everyone how old you are.
16.
She's 16. It's my boo boo right here. But we know a little bit about some relationship, and we want to share some insight and some guidance. And with her being so young, she also wanted to share some things too. So we're gonna jump right in. What does a successful relationship look like to you, Tamaja?
I mean, successful as in healthy. Right?
Mm-hmm. And healthy.
I mean, a successful relationship and healthy, I think it means for you can't be the only one putting in work. Mm-hmm. So you and your partner have to, y'all equal 100. And so your partner has to put in 50 and you have to put in 50. And so for the relationship to work out, it has to be equitable. It has to be equal, and you both have to work as a team and work together for the relationship to work. So if you're just putting in 50% and he's not putting anything in, how can the relationship work? It doesn't work. It's unequitable.
Great answer. Yes. And so I feel like a successful relationship would be an equitable relationship. Like she said, it should definitely be compromises there. You know, the compromise needs to be there. It should be something like, you like this, and he may not like this, but okay, where's the compromise? Let's see something that we could do to kind of play out the even things out. Okay, so keep things equitable, keep things relatable, keep things in motion. When it comes to the relationship, it could be healthy. It could be healthy.
It's also to keep the relationship balanced.
Yes, definitely keep the relationship balanced, because having it unbalanced will cause somebody to kind of stray away,
call it quits,
or maybe the expectation of the relationship itself is too much. Somebody's giving more than the other person, so definitely keep it equitable. Do you have anything else pertaining to that question?
No, I don't know.
Okay. So how do you how do you be in a successful relationship?
I mean, I would say to stray away from the bad, stressful things inside a relationship. So try to remove, not remove yourself, but try not to add that add stress into your relationship. Talk things out and stuff. So the relationship is not based off of arguing, because in a relationship there's going to be arguments. There's going to be fights and stuff, and it's normal. Everybody has arguments and everybody has fights. Mm-hmm. But you don't want to have your relationship just based off of arguments and stuff, because like I said before, it's not healthy, and it's just it's going to turn into mental abuse and stuff, because you're going to say something that you don't mean. He's going to say something that he don't mean. And so it's going to turn into I think this of myself since you said this, or it's either way. Basically.
That's a great angle because what we say can, be used against us, um, and it can make the other party feel as if they're not good enough to even be worthy to be with you, or vice versa. So, a successful relationship in my book would be one that is open, to communication. The communication needs to be there. It shouldn't be where, this person is saying whatever over here, and then, when it's your turn to really display certain things, you're not able to voice your concern or your opinion or anything like that. Like your views on, the relationship doesn't matter, and it shouldn't be that way either. So, I definitely think that communication is a big, big thing, to keep the relationship going. Love is also a big thing too. Um, Once you are in a relationship and you love that person, um, everything else will kind of, fall through, and be into play like it should be. Um, a lot of people can say, well, you love this person, and you will never do anything wrong. Expectations again, because we all gonna make mistakes, and it's not on purpose. I don't believe it's on purpose, but everybody's gonna make mistakes. Everybody's going to fall in some type of I can't say trap, but some people do fall. So, but even in the fall, are we honest enough with ourselves that we can say, okay, I've fallen, and here's my mess up, here's my mistake that I've done, forgive me, so that we can move on. I don't want to lose you. Are we saying those types of things? So, yeah, that could be rated as a great trait to have in a relationship, a successful relationship. So there's another question, Elijah. How do you get to know someone?
Okay, so let's just put this in perspective. Say you're on online dating, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you haven't met this person at all. You don't know if who you don't know who's behind the screen that you're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if it's if it's the false picture that you think that person that person is.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the question
again? how do you get to know someone?
Okay. Okay. So like I said before, you want to ask questions. You want to make sure you want to know their background, what was their previous relationship like? Was they in an abusive relationship? Do they have any sicknesses or illness? Do they have any what is that? I'm just saying any AIDS or HIV or anything. If you're if you want to take it to that next level. Mm-hmm. So if you want to know these things about a person, because if you just jump in, you don't know what you signed up for.
Right.
Because you can, let's just say, you can be dancing with the devil, basically. You can put your life in jeopardy if you don't know who you're dealing with.
Right. Okay. All good answers. I believe that, we should take precautions, in dealing with people, even if it's not a boyfriend and girlfriend thing or husband and wife type thing, but just friendship type thing. Everybody need to be screened. We all need to know who we dealing with before we get into a deeper revelation of friendship with them. Because some people, and I can't say everybody is like this, but some people uh, some people are crazy. And so you need to know who you're dealing with before you even say, I do. Or before you even say, okay, yeah, we'll go over there. We'll meet mom and dad. Or we'll go over there and we'll meet Aunt Susie and Max. You know, you need to know who you're dealing with because they could be ex-murderers or, anything. And I'm not saying like, you can't deal with ex-murderers because there were people in scripture that actually murdered people too. But, things is kind of different now. And so we just want to make sure that we know who we're in company with before, any major steps are taken,
Just like in the movie Temptation.
Right. And for those that have not seen that movie Temptation, that movie's crazy. So not like that, but it gives a different perspective of a relationship that one person can be in, and then
they have no idea who they're dealing with.
Yeah,
like they don't know nothing about that person.
Right. You just get into cahoots with somebody because they look good, or they said the right things to you. They
sweet talk you.
Yeah, they sway you a different way, make you feel good about yourself, and then bam, they the devil, or they acting really evil, and that's some
put you in harm's way.
Right, put you in harm's way. Okay. So our next question is, could you be dedicated to your relationship? Or, I'm sorry, maybe I read this wrong. Could you be too dedicated to your relationship?
Yeah and no. Okay. Yeah, because I say yes because if you're like too dedicated and like you have other priorities to priorities like to take care of and stuff, and then you're just like stuck into like you're just stuck like into that one person and stuff, you won't get nothing done. Mm-hmm. And so it's like if you won't get nothing done, then it's like you're basically your whole life is that person. Mm-hmm. But you also have another life, a set is it after? Yeah. 7 before. Yeah, 7 before that person. Mm-hmm. And stuff. So it's like if you're like too dedicated and stuff, it can lead you to the road of destruction. Mm-hmm. It's I'm not saying like to not be dedicated, but I'm just saying if you're like too dedicated and it's just like all your energy and everything goes just to that person and nothing else, you won't get nothing done. Why I say no, I basically explained it. It's like that person also needs attention too, but you have to know, you have to realize that you also have priorities too. Also, your life is not surrounded by that one person. You also have like a job. You also have school to do. You also have like pay bills and stuff. So if you're like giving all that energy or that money towards that one person, you won't have anything. So it's like basically you don't know if that person will probably take advantage of you, and at the end if you're on that road of destruction because you won't have nothing left.
Okay. Could you be too dedicated in a relationship? You can be too dedicated in a relationship, and everything could be centered just around you and that person. Whereas you don't see anything else but you and that person, or just that person. You can put somebody on a pedestal, and they could be your God, and so now you're worshiping everything that this person is to you. and you want everybody else to feel the same way because that's how you feel. And so, you know, that could be too much dedication and devotion to this person. Um, but at the same time, I guess it's not a bad thing either, but it can be a bad thing. I know when I was in school, in high school, I felt like that towards my husband. And I wanted to just like, I just wanted to be around him so much, you know, and it was just like eat, sleep, breathe him. And so, um, for some women, you know, um, it's kind of hard because we don't know where that turn off button is. I didn't have like one of the, you know, the staple commercials where you can push that the red button and, you know, things just stop. Like I didn't have that, so it's like it was no filter or anything like that. It was just like, you know, he was there, I'm here, we together, and that's how it is.
This is like all you know is that person,
right?
So you don't know how to cut it off or turn or to stop.
And I didn't know how to stop. It was just something that was in me, just like keep going. It was like feeding me, you know, more and more and more and more and more. And it was like that's all I saw, and I was just like, oh my gosh, you know, and it was, you know, your first love. You know, he was my first love. You know, the first real relationship I was in, and you know, I look back on it and I'm like, wow, you know, we went through so much just to, you know, be in this place that we're at right now, and I'm very thankful to Father for that. But at the beginning stages, it was a little rough. It was a little rough, but we're still pushing. But you got anything else pertaining to that question? All right. So this is our last and final question. When you find the right person, then what?
When you find the right person, then well, you should talk to that person, see if he wants what, like, say like you want like a family or whatever. You want to get married and have children and like move in together and stuff like that.
So basically, be on the same page.
Yeah, y'all have to be on the same page. And so, if he doesn't want that, then I guess you can probably say that he's not the one. Because you also have needs too. Yeah. And he should be there to fulfill your needs. But if he doesn't want what you want, y'all should be able like to go, like to meet somewhere where y'all can make it work.
Right. Yeah. And like I said before, early on in the video, compromise. There should be some type of compromise there to say, okay, maybe you don't like this, but I like this, and so where can we meet in the middle somewhere, you know, to make things equitable, you know, like we were discussing earlier. So it's finding the right person. When you do, it's like or offer it, you know, I found the right one. I want to be with this person. I want to do all these things that I want to do that I've been searching my whole life to find. And then when you find that right person, it's just like, wow, you know, it's breathtaking. And a lot of people don't really know what to do when they actually find that right person. It's like, you know, they're searching for, you know, answers and advice and, you know, guidance, and trying to look for, you know, people to help in that search. So when you find that right person, you know, how do you handle that? How do you handle them? How does he handle you? How does she look at you? You know, and these are all things to consider when you're finding the right person and what to look for. I know with, you know, your father, he was everything that I wanted in a man, in a young guy at that time, back in high school. So quality-wise, he had the look, he had the body, he had the personality, he had what is it? I just had it on my head, in my head. Shoot, dang it. He had as far as how to treat me as a woman, he had that, and so I didn't have to look for that through anybody else because I found the right one. Everybody else that I was in a relationship with didn't measure up to your dad. It was more like I found a treasure within me. Just somebody that could relate to me, somebody that's there for me, and that wanted to be there, and that wanted to love me. And nobody ever really wanted to love me outside of him. It was like you always get those users, those people that want to mooch off you or leech off of you or whatever. You always get those types of people, but he was different. He wasn't like that. And that was a quality that I was always seeking for, but never found to him. And there was people that came close. There was guys that came close, but nobody like him. And so when you get married and you're looking for your husband and you're doing all those things, that's what you look for. You look for the qualities of your father. And so if he does not measure up to that, maybe he's not the one. So, but if you guys have any other questions, we don't have any other questions, I would say. We just wanted to share a few things with you guys, some things that was on our hearts, and we just wanted to give you guys some words of wisdom, some one-on-ones. We hope it was helpful in any way. Gosh, big mouth.
No, I'm sorry.
But we will. We thank you guys for tuning in, and we appreciate you guys taking time out to view the video. And shalom, Shabbat shalom.